I thought women's basketball won tonight. We broke our record for the most fans at a DePaul women's basketball game, for a collegiate women's basketball game at Wintrust Arena, and for the number of students we had attend a women's basketball game. So, it was kind of part of the night for sure. We talked to our players about embracing the opportunity to play one of the best teams, but with our athletic department working hard to bring in a lot of fans, just really embrace it, enjoy the moment, and let's put our best foot forward and play hard. So I thought our players came out with a lot of, we talked to them about being physical and aggressive. And I think really for the most part, our players worked to be physical and aggressive tonight. So I just think it was a great night for DePaul women's basketball.
Questions? Alan, Chris.
Coach, against a lot of these teams that are ranked, you're actually giving your younger players an opportunity to learn and go out there and play. Can you talk about that learning curve and what they've been learning through these type of games?
Yeah, I mean, this was our fourth ranked team in the top 10. And tonight, because we've got so many conference games, and our players, all of our players are working hard. Our younger players, I think, are continuing to get better every week. And then this was a night where it was an opportunity to be able to give them some minutes out there. And I thought Emery Klatt, came in, did a great job, hit the back cut, and got a layup. Ellery Minch came in, was aggressive, hit a three right away. So it's just great to see that progress. Early in the year, we talked a lot about our young players making progress every week, and I think it's still happening. Natalia Nelson had her most important 11 and a half minutes at Butler last week, and went in and was just very aggressive, did a great job defensively, and we knew she would have an opportunity early today. And again, she went in, and it's her approach to the game that we're able to put her on the floor with her aggressiveness. So I think our team is going to continue to get better each week, and our individual players, especially our younger players, are going to just continue to show improvement. And tonight, I am overall just pleased with the fact that I think they came in today and tried to step up and play hard. If you don't execute on one screen, there's a good chance Connecticut's going to score, and that happened to us a few times tonight. But overall, just really happy to see the young players get in and play with some aggressiveness and not be timid.
Coach, when you limit Paige to 8 points, what were some of the things that you were trying to do to limit a player that could really score in bunches?
Be physical and be aggressive defending her. Not on any ball screen going over the top of the ball screen, on any off the ball screen staying attached to her and trying to push her off the screen, or minimally stay attached to her. So if she catches it, you're right there. And I think another part was Summer Lee. We looked to get some help off of her, and I thought there were some times when Paige drove in there and Summer came into and over to help, and Paige stopped and then kicked it. So it's always a combination. It's not just a single player guarding her, but again, I think you have to be physical and aggressive in order to have any chance at all.
Even though you guys played, aggressively and were tough and everything else, and you limited Paige to 8 points, and Sarah Strong, who is a force, limited to 11. Did this one just kind of boil down to they've got a lot of weapons and a lot of depth?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got great depth. It's also like we go through stretches that we have a difficulty scoring the ball. And we knew like tonight it was also going to be very important to limit our turnovers. I think 20 turnovers is going to be a tough way to try to beat a Connecticut team. And then there's just, the trying to emphasize the importance of just never letting your guard down. So, the first half ended and the third quarter ended with us having a rebound and then just them taking the ball out of our hands and scoring, and if you let your guard down for just a count against a team like this, they're going to capitalize on it, or they have the ability to capitalize on it. So I think the fact that their depth is great, and then they just have more scoring weapons, I think, than we have right now on our team.
Jill, only 8 points in the second quarter. Statistically, the second quarter has been your lowest point scoring quarter. How do you kind of work through that? Because you usually get off to really good starts, and then that second quarter seems to kind of drop you guys into a lull.
Yeah, we actually talked about that at halftime with the staff, not with the team, but with the staff. And it's is it fatigue? I don't think it's fatigue. I think you've just got to continue to move, and I don't know for sure why that happens. I think it's important to be able to have the ability to stay focused, and in that second quarter, I'm sure that starts to get tougher. But it's something we'll just continue to work on, and even coming out at halftime, the emphasis was we were down 16. It was just like, let's just get a stop right now and a rebound. And the ability to focus possession by possession on the game, I think, is a challenge. And I think when you have a younger team, as we do, and some of our players are very inexperienced at playing at this level, like, it's the focus. It's the ability to stay focused over that time when there isn't going to be a stoppage of play, and I think that's part of our challenge, and then just again having some challenges of finding scoring in enough places. I think it's just going to be tough, and we certainly hope to get Kate Clark back soon. I think that'll help us. I think if anyone saw our Butler game, you could see she can really have a positive impact for our team. So I don't anticipate that being a trend from now through March, but we'll continue to work on it.
And then just to follow up on Kate, can you give us an update of what's going on there?
Well, she got injured at the end of the Butler game. So she tried to warm up a little bit, tried to practice a little bit yesterday, wasn't able to do so, warmed up a little bit today, and just wasn't able to go. So we don't anticipate her being out very long, but she got, if you might not have been able to see it, but yeah, she just got injured at the very end of the game. So it certainly puts an impact on our offense.
Coach, Jory's been someone you have relied on a lot, of course, throughout the season, but knowing that she didn't have a great game against UConn last year and come back this year and trying to come out aggressive, can you speak to that?
Yeah, it's just a testament. I mean, the kid, Jory is a young woman who just works so hard and is passionate about this basketball team, passionate about playing to the best of her ability, just a very determined young woman. So it doesn't surprise me, but she, you saw her really work hard again, and she's determined to make this year her best year, and she's determined to be an unbelievable leader and to be a force inside, and she's just a determined individual. And I think it says a lot for her to come out here and do that against Connecticut, because Connecticut notoriously really does a job on opposing teams' top scorers.
Jill, what you mentioned before, the DePaul basketball won, women's basketball won tonight. For yourself, someone who's done a lot for players just around just the state, to see the attendance, but also to see people show out for stars in this sport. What did that mean to you? If we could,
last year you really start to see the trend in women's basketball, and it just feels so rewarding to just be able to be a part of the sport and to see our young women have the opportunity to have fans come and watch them, and for athletic, the city of Chicago and sports fans just really giving credibility. Hey, women's college basketball, it's really entertaining, and I'm just so happy for our players. And I'm proud of the city of Chicago, and we know they came out because Connecticut came and Paige Beckers was here, but a lot of them probably didn't know a whole lot about Sarah Strong, and now they know about Sarah Strong, or now they know about Jory Allen, and Taylor Johnson Matthews and the rest of our team, and just trying to talk to our players about, let's just show up. These fans, we know a lot of them came here because Connecticut's here, and that's what's great. That's how the sport grows. But now let's show up, and now some of these people might come back and watch you play, and I'm just really, it's just great to just see the trends of everyone coming out and seeing star players, and it doesn't offend us that they're coming to see Paige. I think it's great. I think it's great for our sport, and I think it's great for our young women to see people are saying, hey, women's college basketball, that's really something to see. So it was great. It just awesome. And really for our university, like I said, a lot of people put forth a lot of effort, but to see our students, we had close to 840 students, I think, here, and I think it says a lot for our team that their peers are coming out to support them and watch them, and it's really just great for our girls.
Jill, Gino was in here earlier, and he said he was secretly praying for you to beat them just so he had another thing to stick it to Doug. What's it like coaching against Gino?
I can't say I gave that a lot of thought going into the game. I've known Gino for a long time. I've had a lot of respect for Gino and a lot of admiration for Gino. When I worked for Nike and had the opportunity to get to know Gino and his family, I actually had more respect for Gino then and more admiration. But he's the winningest coach ever. He is a super guy. He has talent on his team, but he really does a heck of a job coaching them. And year in and year out to have that kind of success is amazing. And he's someone who I always tell, like, just my friends will say, well, what's Gino like? I mean, he's an incredibly great person who has time for you and is very kind, and just he's been someone who's kind of kept in touch with me here a little bit throughout this season and just supporting us and wants us to do well and wants to be a resource if needed. And I just have a lot of respect for the success he's had, but I really have a lot of respect for him as an individual. So I didn't really give it a lot of thought that it was that I was coaching against Gino. I didn't really think about it like that. I enjoy seeing him, and it's tough to have to play against his teams.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, thanks, Nick. Thanks, you guys.